This is the sound of a battle. A 400-ton titan of steel and carbon fiber, straining against an invisible enemy. An enemy that is everywhere, relentless and all-powerful. Air. It clings, it resists, it fights with the force of a hurricane to keep this metal giant bound to the earth. For every meter forward, a wall of drag pushes back with unrelenting force. The duel has begun. 1,000 meters of runway. 2,000. The speed climbs, but the invisible cage tightens. And then, a victory. A subtle shift in physics. A triumph of design. The wheels leave the ground. The giant is free. But this freedom is not magic. It is earned. It is the result of a technological war fought on a global scale. So, what kind of machine must you build? To break the shackles of the atmosphere itself? To defeat the air, you must first understand it. The first weapon is the armor, the fuselage. It is not simply a tube for passengers. It is a hypersonic spearhead, sculpted to pierce the atmosphere with minimal resistance. In vast, clean factories, sheets of advanced carbon fiber composite, a material lighter than aluminum but stronger than steel, are laid down by giant robots with inhuman precision. These carbon skins are then baked in immense ovens called autoclaves, hardening into a shell that is both incredibly light and immensely strong. Each section is a masterpiece of aerodynamics, designed to let the enemy, the air, flow past it with the least amount of friction. The aerodynamic armor is ready. But to fly, a machine needs a weapon far more crucial: wings to conquer and command the air.
Right there, see the mark? Hold it steady.
Yeah, I got it. It's secure.
The wing is a paradox. It must be strong enough to hold the weight of the entire aircraft and its fuel, yet shaped with the delicate curvature of a bird's feather. This is the lever that tames the wind. Its curved upper surface forces the air to travel a longer, faster path, creating a zone of lower pressure. Below, the flatter surface maintains higher pressure. This difference, multiplied across a surface area the size of a tennis court, creates a colossal, invisible hand that lifts 400 tons of metal into the sky. Lift. A force born from deception, outsmarting gravity itself. In a moment of supreme precision, a ceremony the engineers call The wing marriage, these 100-foot-long levers, crafted in the United Kingdom, are attached to the fuselage. The giant now has its arms to fight gravity. With wings to generate lift, the machine could fly. But to overcome the immense drag, it needs the heart of a monster.
Check the horizontal axis reading now.
Confirmed, stable at .02.
Hold position. We are green for set.
All right, team, let's move. Secure the lower flange first.
Copy that. Moving to position Delta 7.
Behold, the GE9X, the largest and most powerful jet engine in the world. Its fan is wider than the body of a Boeing 737. This is not an engine that simply pushes. It is a monster that inhales. It swallows over a ton of air every single second, compressing it through a series of spinning blades to unimaginable pressures, igniting it with fuel in a combustion chamber hotter than a volcano, and blasting it out the back to generate over 130,000 pounds of thrust. The heart of the beast is transplanted, a fusion of thousands of meticulously crafted parts, each designed to withstand hellish temperatures and colossal forces. The body, the wings, the heart. The primary weapons have been forged, but they are scattered across the globe. Now, they must be gathered for the final battle.
The animation moves to the combustion chamber, where a fine mist of fuel is injected and ignites into a continuous, controlled, blue-hot flame. The animation shows the superheated gas blasting through the turbine stages and exiting the rear nozzle as a nearly invisible jet of immense force.
This is not just a supply chain, it is a military-grade logistical campaign. From the workshops of Japan making carbon fiber wing sections, to the factories in Italy crafting gearbox components, each piece of the arsenal embarks on an epic journey. The most spectacular transport is the BelugaXL, a sky whale, a custom-built monster designed for one purpose, to carry the weapons to the arena. Its giant mouth opens, swallowing an entire wing, a feat of logistics as impressive as the plane it helps to build. The arsenal is being assembled for the final confrontation.
Convoy 3, approaching sharp turn now.
Copy that, watch the clearance on the left side.
Thrust set, continuous.
Confirmed. Beluga 1-2 Heavy, maintaining flight level 300.
The money shot! The entire front section of the vehicle, including the cockpit, pivots upwards, opening its mouth.
The final assembly line. Here, the global arsenal comes together. A symphony of drills, robots, and human hands working 24/7. 500 kilometers of wiring.
Agreed.
The nervous
Let's
system
cross-reference
is
with the latest revision
painstakingly
on the
installed. The landing gear, strong enough to withstand the impact of a small building, is attached. Finally, the Titan rolls out of its hangar. It is no longer a collection of parts, but a unified weapon, gleaming under the sun, ready for its first duel. The engines spool up. The monster's heart begins to beat, inhaling the very air it is about to fight. The brakes are released. The charge begins. The machine hurtles down the runway, a 400-ton spear aimed at the sky. The invisible wall of air pushes back, a force of nature fighting to keep its prisoner. V1, rotate. The nose lifts. The wings, now biting into the air, generate millions of pounds of lift. For a moment, two colossal forces are in perfect, violent equilibrium. Thrust versus drag, lift versus gravity. And then, victory. The wheels leave the concrete. The shackles are broken. From the ground, it was a brutal war. But once airborne, once it is won, the battle transforms into a ballet. The machine no longer fights the air. It has learned to dance with its enemy. And that is the magic of flight.